is the benefit of opening practice working on special teams?
The timing is critical because you're getting the guys right after flex. They're warmed up. They're going to give you their all in that first period, so it's really nice. I've had it other ways where you have the middle of practice and the end of practice, and getting guys to practice hard on special teams at the end of practice is a lot more difficult. So it's awesome having them that first period for sure.
Did that come from the feedback you gave on the practice setup, or was John Summerall involved in that as well?
No, that was his practice schedule. So when he hired me last year and he told me I had that first period, I was like, let's go. That's freaking awesome. So thankful for that for sure.
What kind of energy have you seen on those punt return drills? We noticed them. It seems like a lot of guys moving around, running around. It seems like you have a lot of starters involved too.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. It's awesome having Coach Summerall in there too. He's been enthusiastic and energetic in those drills. And, the whole team's eager right now, so the energy's been very high. It's been a lot of fun.
How your specials started spring so far?
So far, so good. Punter today found his rhythm a little bit, hit some good punts. The kicker's found his rhythm. He's 3 for 3 right now. He did a nice job today finishing practice the right way. So they've started off really well. Been very pleased with the snappers, too, and the returners. So far, so good.
Aside from Burnell Brown, who are some of the guys who are maybe pushing for an opportunity to be a returner for you guys?
Bailey, Eric Singleton, working those guys in. Bailey's got experience at Georgia Tech. He's done it in game. And then, Singleton's getting better at it. And then young guy that's done a nice job so far is the freshman, Justin Williams. He's done a really nice job catching punts. He's only a freshman right now, so getting him up to speed on situations and playing experience will be the difficult part, but he's been impressive and fun to coach and train back there. Gross is doing a little bit too, some kick return stuff, yeah.
What are you looking for in a gunner, and who's kind of stood out there for you?
Speed. We've got some good ones. Eric's looked good. He got rep of the day the other day for his effort in the net drill. That was awesome. Bailey's looked good doing it. Got to have speed. Guys that can win at the line and stack.
A lot of guys. That drill where you've got a ball in each hand trying to catch a punt?
Yeah.
A lot of guys look like they're doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah, we start our catch progression, and we've only really done one day of the catch progression. The first one, we had their hands, sort of behind their back, and they had to catch soccer ball with just their chest. Just trying to train them on keeping their chest up when they field the ball. And then the next level is just trying to teach all the fundamentals of the catch and the basket that they're trying to, keeping their chest up, keeping their elbows tight. And so when you take their hands away, it sort of limits the ability to just catch the ball with their hands. Now they're having to get their elbows in tight. So we got to keep working that drill, but it makes it even harder for them, so it'll make us better catching, a regular punt.
Bringing that energy, being really involved in special teams, how does that help the buy-in of the team in those drills?
Oh, it's huge. It's the best. I mean, it helps me because now our best players on our team see his energy and enthusiasm in special teams. They know it's for real. They know they have to play on it. He's made that point very clear in the team meetings and with our staff. And so just him being on the field reinforces it. It's been awesome.
What's it been like seeing Vernell in person at practice and just his ability as a returner?
Oh, he's one of the best players on our team for a reason. It's not just his skill set. He's so willing. I said that in my first deal. Like, he wants to learn, wants to get better, and it's hard to believe he's as young as he is, because he is so mature. So he's a lot of fun. Like, he could be an elite special teams player wherever we put him. He could be a great gunner. He could be a great returner. He already is a good returner. Today his punt block stuff was impressive. He's one of those guys where he's different. He's a lot of fun to be around.
Not surprised that he didn't lose a gauntlet workout?
Yes and no. I mean, at first, he was so impressive in that, but then the guys we matched him up with are pretty good too, and he still won. So he's different. He's a special player.
Can he be a four-core guy as a starting receiver?
I would love him to be. I think we should tell Coach Summerall we would love for him. No, you'd find his role. Obviously, I think he's one of the best punt returners in the conference. Like, he's elite at that. So we got to block for him on that, set him up on that for success. There's so many things he could do well. I mean, he'd be a great corner on punt block. He'd be a great punt block player. He's done some kick return. He'd be an elite gunner, you know. So I'd love to use him everywhere. We got to make sure, we got to find one role for him on special teams, and then use him periodically in some special situations, I think, to maximize his talent.
Start working on some trick plays.
Well, we're nowhere near that yet. So, right now the sort of the focus, we've got 5 practices before spring break. Put our drills in, teach the drills, teach the scheme, fundamentals right now. And then maybe towards the end of spring practice, we'll put some stuff in.
We coach put such an emphasis on guys playing. Do you have a lot of people coming to you saying, I want to do this, I want to do
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's even, when he makes that point in the staff meeting, the coaches write that down. They tell their unit and their position group, you better find your role on special teams, from starters down to the, to the freshmen and all those guys. And so there's been a couple of guys that have come to see me and, asked how they can get on the field on special teams. And, that makes my job fun.
Stockton a couple times, kind of like some people would call it a sneaky athlete.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him athletically, and has he kind of surprised you here?
He's very fluid. He's fast. He's quick. Like even when you notice in those guys, when Witt was doing the off-season program on Mondays, they do like a speed school, and then Wednesday and Friday was the gauntlet. On Mondays, he was winning like all these effort sprints, changes directions, elite. And he's got some experience playing and on special teams too, so he's mature. But he's quick. He can change direction and bend. Like he did a nice job today in the punt block drills, and trying to push him as a gunner too, and he wants to do it, which is fun too.
So guys who have gone through, you have a couple guys in your room who've gone through the gauntlet before.
Yeah.
How much can they help the newcomers? How much do they get leaned on during that winter program to help out?
Yeah, a little bit in their groups. You could see them on film. We filmed some of it, watching those guys try to coach the next guy on, hey, right foot up, move up, let's go. So they helped a little bit. I think when they get tired, they're trying to save as much breath as they can, and so that limits the communication a little bit. But they helped, and it helped out for sure.
I don't know how often a player has been with an assistant coach at 3 different schools, but what's it been like? Your journey with Clark, for you guys to start at Marshall and together, and to be at a place like the University of Florida.
Yeah. Well, that's the progression college football used to be, is you would coach a player for 4 or 5 years, and now there's so much transition with, coaches taking jobs, players moving on and taking other, opportunities at different schools with the transfer portal. So it's just nice to coach a guy and watch him grow. And, when he came, I'm telling the young punters now, like he had a great season last year, but he was not very good his freshman year, and he had to redshirt. And understanding that process, and then he started to figure out, how to be consistent at the end of his true freshman season, and we played him in the bowl game. Then his first year starting, there was some up and down. His first 4 games, he had to play at Ohio State, at Virginia Tech, in front of big crowds, big environments. He did okay in those, and then he got better as the season went on. And then last year, he had a great season. And so it's just fun to be around the old school progression of working with a player and watching them develop and grow, because they don't figure it out, as quickly as we would like sometimes. It takes, days, months, years. And, same thing goes for the kicker, Dirk from Tulane. I wasn't there for his freshman season, but, I got there last year for his redshirt freshman season, and he is growing. And now watching the weight room helps those guys too. They're getting stronger, and their miss hits are even higher and further than they were. And so it's a lot of fun watching those guys develop and progress as they get older.
Impressions of Liam and Miller, and just what you've seen from them so far?
Yeah, Miller's got to get more consistent. He's trying to figure everything out right now. It's all a lot for him. When he's shown signs of improvement. If he can do that in full group and stuff like that, he'll get even better. And then Liam has been a pleasant surprise, in my opinion. Both him and Rabasco have done a nice job. We've only had 1 day of field goal, really. So today we just had the ones do a situational deal. But their best is really good. They just got to find a way to be there more consistently.
They've had some pretty good kickers here in recent years, some big legs. How do you describe Dirk, and what's his – he had a good year last year, obviously.
Yeah. He's elite. He's as good as any of them. I believe that, and there's been some great ones here. He's got that level of talent and ability. His leg speed's elite. He's a very confident kid. He'll remind you all the time. Some of that is great, though. You want your kickers and punters and those guys to believe that they can do it. And no, he's a great player.
Was he the clear front runner when you got to Tulane last year?
No.
Did he win a battle?
No. we had another kid that was a freshman competing that has all the talent in the world too, and they battled it out. And, and he won the job, and he earned it.
Visiting some of the specialists from last year's team that were here
Oh,
today?
yeah. No, it's been awesome. Like, Trey's been around working. What was cool is I watched, as soon as I got hired here, saw Trey, getting treatment and working out with Rocco. I think Tommy's coming back now soon. I've talked to Tommy over the phone. And they're training, and it was fun seeing those guys go to the combine. And I didn't get to watch all of it, but I heard Trey smoked a 60-yard field goal, and our guys are watching that. And what's fun is Tuesday's practice, Trey was out there watching us kick, and it was fun just to have those guys around, and it says a lot about those guys to hang out and be talking to the new group of guys and all that. It's been fun.